All right, let's see if I can do this in 6 minutes. Because we are getting ready to ride the Dun Dash. And so I was going to do this over the weekend. I had a video that I was starting to put together, but I don't like how the message came across. It came across a little bit too grit, too in your face, and lacked like emotions. And so I wanted to basically re-record and use this opportunity to kind of explain what is coming up. So as you guys know, if you watched my race on Saturday for the 10 races, I mentioned that, I'm working on losing weight again and really trying to transition myself into a not only healthier path, but also into a fitter path. And so this year marks the 250th anniversary of the United States Marine Corps, and it is going to be a birthday celebration that is going to really outshine probably every other Marine Corps birthday. And because of the fact that it's 250 years. Now, no matter what branch of service you served in, first off, I want to say thank you for your service. I appreciate what you've done. But everybody knows that the Marine Corps dress blues is the absolute, by far, best uniform, hands down. You won't get any better. It doesn't matter what branch you're in, what service you're in, what nation you're in. The Marine Corps dress blues is absolutely it. It is the pinnacle of military exemplary attire. And so with that said, this year, I initially set out a goal for myself earlier in the year that I wanted to fit into my dress blues. My dress blues right now, my coat is kind of snug. I've outgrown it over the years. When I left the military, I was weighing 170-ish. And so I'm in the upper 180s right now. So I've got about, 20 or so pounds to lose in order to fit in perfectly, or even a little bit snug. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll be a little bit snug. And so I set myself out the goal this year to get back into my dress blues. Now, I spent a lot of time this year working on getting stronger, working on getting faster, using different technologies, specifically ChatGPT, to kind of help me create a guideline that I can use to continue racing and excelling, but also be able to burn some fat. And now I'm finally at a point after the last few months testing on and off, feeling like I know how it's working, what I need to do, what I need to stay away from specifically, because that's really, I think, the lesson I learned the most over these last couple weeks, or last month or so, whenever I released that video about using AI for nutrition. And so now I feel like I'm finally back in it. So what's the plan? The plan right now is basically spend a majority of my day fasted. So from the time I wake up to anywhere between noontime and 3 p.m. is when I'm going to start eating. And then after my ride and after my post-workout shake is when I stop eating. Now, that's going to end up being about a 6 to 8 hour window. And I wanted that because it's going to help me basically stay in a position where I'm not going to underfeed myself by limiting my focus too tight, but also give me the ability to have, 2 good-sized meals if I wanted to, or depending on the day, if I'm not racing, I could trim it down to 1 good-sized meal where I feel good and not have to worry about any sort of, nutritional deficiencies. And so with that being said, I'm already a handful of days into it. I've already lost about 2.5 or so kilograms. And so it's been, it's going to be a journey. And that's the whole point of this, is it's going to be a journey. But again, the goal is by November 10th to be able to fit into my dress blues. And so I'm going to give routine check-ins as I do these races in order to keep you guys up to date. And so you'll be able to follow along my progress, as well as, if you have any questions or any encouragement or any kind of, motivation, just send it my way. I am, as far as, meals go, I'm sticking to the main things I've always stuck to, which is a high protein diet, ultra low carb when I'm not racing, minimal carbs when I am racing. What I mean by minimal is what I need for the race. Yeah, I'm going to have some carbohydrates and stuff outside of that because some of the supplements that I take, protein powder, stuff like that, have carbohydrates in them. Cheese, I love different cheeses, have carbohydrates in them. And so I fully expect to have a little bit extra through that, but at the same time, I'm not going to be taking in large quantities. My focus is going to be high protein, moderate fat, and low to ultra low carb. I'm not going to be tracking calories or anything like that or macros. I tried that. For me, it doesn't work in the sense that I don't stay focused to tracking it. So I do good when I eat till I feel good and repeat. And so with that being said, I'm going to get ready to kickstart this race, and we will talk afterwards about how the progress is going. 13 seconds. Heart rate, man. My heart rate monitor keeps disconnecting. Love all the graffiti they have. Crazy thing is my heart rate monitor is connected. Like it checks in. It's active. No way. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god. Oh my god. That hurt. That hurt. We'll go with this stage, those two practice. What I'm going to do tomorrow. And so, that hurt. And that's probably less than half of what we have to do tomorrow. But tomorrow's going to be just as brutal. Especially having the driver's climb. Not that long into the stage. I'll tell you what, man. I only had, in terms of glucose, whatever was in this can, which is 12 grams. Not enough and not soon enough. Definitely don't need my normal amount for tomorrow, which I will do. And so that's 2 teaspoons of honey, or sorry, 2 tablespoons of honey. And then one of those cans. Probably a lot colder. It was hot today in the garage. Even though it's 83 degrees, the humidity's through the roof. So that plays a big toll. Even though my heart rate's at, or my body temperature at 101, it still hurts. I would say I went with the SL8 and the NB wheels. Oh man. You know what? I'm not that much further up. Oh man. I think Mike and JD did well. Definitely went at a harder pace for this group, for this time. Which I'm going to start referring to as our Monday Mafia or Monday Madness. Ooh, that hurt. All right, so like I mentioned before, the Marine Corps' 250th anniversary. Gonna trim the fat, get back into my dress blues, bring some honor to my my military heritage. Because Marine is a title you earned. And you keep earning it every day. And so I'm gonna proudly wear that uniform on November 10th. Wear it proud. Might actually need to buy new shoes and a new cover, gloves, maybe a belt buckle, brass. We'll see. And so, but the goal is to be able to button up my dress blues without issues. So that's the goal. Again, I started this at 87.1. I'm at 84.9. And I started officially reweighing myself again last Thursday, Friday time frame. And so that's the plan, is half a kilogram to a kilogram a day is about normal for me. And that's with cycling, adding in some longer zone 2 rides, racing periodically, and then just not going overboard during the week with food. And so checking my ketones and my blood sugar every morning, and really just as a baseline for me, because the higher I see my fasting glucose, the lower I see my fasting glucose, and the higher I see my fasting ketones, the more I know my progress is working. Because previously, the last few times I did this was without carbohydrates, and then I tested it again with carbohydrates with the honey, and that kind of slowed my progress down a little bit, not as much as I hoped. But then again, I was only doing it a week on, week off, and sort of cycling back and forth. So we'll see how it goes now that I plan on staying consistent. Which means no more candy for me until after Halloween. And then I'll dig back in once I figure out what the next steps are from there. So again, be sure to subscribe, comment, any tips, any suggestions, anything you feel like, any questions you have. Again, the goal is high protein, ultra low carb, and moderate amount of fat, essentially whatever comes in my food. And then I'll probably add a little extra here and there just to keep my energy up. So appreciate you guys, and I will see you on the next race. Cheers.